All right, February 27th, about 12:30. Just came home real fast to grab some paperwork. I did not trade yesterday. I am not trading today. More about that a bit later. I just really quickly wanted to do this just in case they decide to take it off the website. They don't keep it for long after completion of the evaluation. So this is Earn to Trade, $50,000. They call it the Gauntlet Mini, which is an evaluation account to get funded. And this was completed by my son yesterday around 7:30 p.m. This was his first attempt at getting funded, and he did it in 20 days. The minimum is 15 days. So the details of this evaluation account is you need to hit a $3,000 profit target. He did 3,100 without max drawdown of 2,000 and without having a daily drawdown of more than 1,100. So he completed all this in 20 days. Let me show you the Journalalytix of this evaluation. So by the way, Journalalytix is not part of Earn to Trade. They actually buy Jigsaw Trading. I guess they have some kind of an agreement with Earn to Trade where you get this free as long as you have the evaluation account. Be forewarned, Journalalytix is not very accurate. I had the same issue with them when I was being evaluated. You see this max here, 1,500? Not possible because the max drawdown is 1,100. And this is in real time. Unrealized loss counts as well. So if you're in a trade and you're down more than 1,100, which includes commissions, they will simply shut you down and you are disqualified. So this is inaccurate. Also, if we go back to Journalalytix here, you see this short of 3,000. Again, not possible because you must have a $3,000 profit target to get funded, and here it says that it's complete. So obviously, just so you know, overall they're okay, but after using them once, I did not use them for my second funded account because I just found that there was no point. They were just inaccurate. Now, the overall, he was down this day around $800. This part is true. But the max was not 1,500. From what I remember, as soon as he hit the 800 and change, he just stopped because he didn't want to get close to the daily disqualification of 1,100. So overall, though, after 93 trades, 92.5% winning rate, not too bad at all. And yeah, within 20 days, it was complete. Now you see, of course, it's my name because it's my credit card that was on this account, but I did not help him with anything. I did not tell him when to go long or short. As a matter of fact, he did not use my approach at all. He used his own approach. He actually, well, what he did was, and when I have more time, I can really show it on a chart. He actually went on YouTube, of course, and he found a guy day trading stocks, and this guy was trading a 1 minute, either a 1 or a 5 minute chart with a 20 period moving average. So his approach was, you know, is if the moving average is sloping up, price is above, you wait for the price to retrace down to the 20 period moving average, and then you take a long. The opposite for shorts, if the 20 period moving average is sloping down, price is below the moving average, you wait for the price to retrace up to the 20 period MA and then take a short. So every trade my son took for this evaluation was done with the Autotrader. He only used the Autotrader for placement and management of trades. But to him to get the bias, long or shorts, instead of zones or whatnot, he used this idea of he would put, depending on how fast market moved, either a 1 or a 2 or a 5 minute chart. And then when price would retrace to the 20 period moving average, so for a long, obviously the moving average would be sloping up, price would be above the moving average, retracing to the moving average, and then you would click the longs on, are you ready for this? A Superenko 4 chart, Superenko 4. So I use 6, which is quick, he uses a 4, with an absolutely insane money management, which I won't even talk about it now. But no, it's hard to argue with this kind of results. Let me, I mean, what am I going to tell him? It's not going to work. It's, it worked fine for him, and you can call it, I guess, luck, and maybe it's luck, but 92% of a 93 trades, it's a bit difficult to call luck. So that's all he used, just the idea of let the 20 period moving average filter the longs and the shorts. If it's possible, I'm going to try and actually interview him, and he can talk about his approach. He's kind of a low-key kind of guy, doesn't really like to talk about himself. When I first mentioned the idea of an interview, he was less than enthusiastic. He said, well, you know what I'm doing, so just talk about it. But I think it's better if it comes from him. Anyway, I do have to run, so just wanted to show this before they take it off the website. We will get the letter. They actually send the letter, an email, that actually breaks everything down. So once we get that email, we will share it, and then hopefully maybe I can get him to kind of talk about his approach. If not, I'll talk about his approach. It's really extremely simple. It's as simple, I think, as simple can get. I've been a 20 period moving average. That's and then you just wait for price to retrace to it. It's logical, but I think you do need some practice to kind of know when to actually activate the auto trader, to get the results you want. Anyway, I gotta run. Maybe I'll be able to do an afternoon video, maybe another couple of hours, when I can talk about why haven't I been trading in 2 days, and why I probably will not be trading for the rest of the week. All right, so the 27th, a bit after 2 p.m. So I did not trade yesterday or today, and probably will not be trading tomorrow. And that is because the way the market is now, this kind of price action is just not conducive to what I do. It is way too wild. I definitely cannot use the super rank or 6 here or anything. I mean, 10 points now is done in a blink of an eye. There are minute bars that are 40 points long. So, and that happened pretty much after they broke the 9,060. If you remember the beginning of this week, I kept insisting 9,060 was extremely important. That's why I kept on taking longs from that area, because I just refused to believe that they would let it go. Because letting go of 9,060 brings about maybe 8,400. Now, we're not there yet, but it's this kind of a force because the zone is from a huge time frame. I don't mind telling you, it's from a weekly time frame. It is a big time frame. So let go of such a huge time frame brings them about a tremendous reaction. That inability to hold 9,060, I mean, 8,400 is not even the worst of it. I mean, they need to reclaim that 9,060 to avoid some really bad things. But anyway, so I will not be trading today, tomorrow, until things come down. I don't necessarily need the volatility to stop. It's not it. It is the randomness of things. This is just too random for me. I cannot make a plan under these conditions. And if I cannot make a plan, that I cannot trade. Well, my son, on the other hand, was doing just great. And it goes to show you every methodology has its weak points. And I guess mine is when things get like this, I just cannot trade. And the beautiful thing about being a day trader is you don't need to trade. You don't have to be in the market all the time. It's okay to miss trades. And I'm absolutely okay with standing aside. And I'm not too proud to say, I cannot do anything here. I cannot trade this. But anyway, real quick, my son will be late from school today. So I just wanted to kind of quickly, very superficially, go over his approach. So here is a 1 minute chart. And I'm going to try my best to explain it, but I mean, I bet he can do a much better job. So from this 1 minute chart, this is a 20 period simple moving average. That's all this is. On the right side, now the way he traded was actually in different monitors, but so I can just show you both. I squished them all into one monitor. This is a super anchor 4 without anything except the precision trend. And that's it. There was no kind of filter over here. What he would do, and actually we just missed it, he would wait, in this case, of course, we're sloping down. He would wait for price to come toward the SMA, then click on shorts, and as soon as the Autotrader confirms, he would write it down. So his money management is a bit weird. So this is, of course, a SIM account right now. I'm just showing it to you on a SIM account. I would not be brave enough to trade this live. Well, of course, it's a limit order, but so he looks for 50, which is fine. His stop loss is 50, which is fine. But then the break even comes in after 10 ticks at +2, meaning after 10 ticks, his stop goes to +2 ticks. And then after 20 ticks, he trails by 15. So very aggressive, I guess, tries to take out risk very, very quickly. To me, I mean, I was very skeptical about this money management because you risk 50, but then as soon as you up 10 ticks, all of a sudden you're at +2. So then when you lose, you take a big hit, you know, and on a one day when he did have a losing day, it was a pretty substantial loss, but I mean, overall, he still did fine. So I don't know, I'm going to try and attempt. Let's see if price can come up a bit closer to the SMA here at 22. Maybe I can just try and click shorts and see what's going to happen. Let's see if we can even come to 22. So, but that's all he did. So he wasn't worried about larger time frame. He wasn't looking at a 1 hour, a 30-minute. He wasn't looking at any support and resistance. He wasn't looking at anything. This is all he was doing the whole time. This was his evaluation account. Now, there was a certain thing, for example, so you can see all of this, right? So he would click longs here and I guess shorts here, which might not qualify, I don't know. I'm just showing an example. So he would not trade this. If the slope wasn't steep enough, he would not trade at all. He would step aside. He would wait for a definite slope to trade. Let's see, did we reach our? Nah, didn't reach anything. Just want to try, just gonna try this approach and see what happens if we can just go a little higher. At around 19, he would click the shorts, but it might not even happen now. So I don't want to try this. Just want to maybe just pause it for a couple of seconds. All right, so here is the shorts now clicked. Let's see if we can get filled on the SIM account and see what's going to happen. So stop immediately goes to +2 after 10 ticks in the money, and now sliding down, and that's how you would play it. That's how you would play it, and you know, I mean, I guess a legitimate strategy. And well, here we go, taken out with $100 after commissions, just one trade. So obviously these are crazy conditions, but this is what you would do. And again, please, this is a SIM account. You know, don't try this live until you practiced it a lot. He practiced it a lot. So it could be as simple as this. You know, for those of you who think, you know, you might need some sophisticated theories, Fibonacci and everything else, and market profile and Elliott wave, it could be as simple as a moving average. Okay, so here's one on the long side, right? Coming toward the moving average. Clicks on longs. Should take a trade here. Here it is. Here we go. So stop goes to +2 ticks after 10 ticks in the money. So there was slippage here, obviously. But I guess stay on longs, that would be the thing to do. Okay. Short move higher, now trailing, 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 trailing. Now it's very fast, obviously. Normally it's not like this. And here it is. So, made a bit more here. So again, I'm going to show the computer clock, but this is a sim account. And that's how he would do it. So after what, 3 trades altogether? So yeah, 3 trades after commissions, 163. So, and that's all he would do. Now you would say, but how can you take a long? We have such a huge sell-off. He would not care. He would take longs in big sell-offs as long as this idea of a sloping 20-period moving average is there. And by the way, he traded mainly, well, except the week off when there was the winter break, he traded Globex. We were side by side. And except a couple of days when I did not trade and he did. So anyway, any questions, write them in the comments.